Such a small baby room.
Birth certificate.
Oh.
Child's full name, Smudge. Beautiful
Blackwood.
name. Smudge Blackwood. So, there was a baby. I wondered if this member of the family was still around town and would perhaps be able to shed some light on the past history of the house. I had to find some way of getting in touch with him.
For those who didn't see, V almost killed me last stream by saying many things, but Blackwood was one of them.
Mr. James Blackwood.
Oh, man.
Specifically because we were reading a newspaper, and they always, in newspapers, make people's names like all caps.
Mm-hmm.
Which is also using your outdoor voice.
Yeah. Oh, like, I've had some coworkers in the past that used all caps in their emails or messages, and I'm like, why are you screaming at me?
The angel was supposedly guarding the room, but it didn't make me feel any safer.
Yeah. Yeah, they haven't mentioned the Blackwoods having a child. Wait. Where'd I put it? Dang it. It's too far for me to reach. I was gonna grab the beard and be like, Nope, that's cursed. Yep. Hate that quote angel.
All right, so now
yeah, it's like whenever computers do it, it just makes sense because it's like it's a computer talking, and it's like I just hear a computer voice. But whenever I know a human typed it, I'm just like, why are you screaming at me? And then it also annoys me when people don't use any caps whatsoever, because then it's almost like a soft little timid voice, like, hey, can you do this thing, la 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 la. It's like punctuation.
Can you fill out the TPS reports, ooh-woo?
Ooh-woo. Ooh-woo.
Ooh-woo. I don't know why I went into the bathroom. This isn't where I needed to go.
Or did you?
Or did I?
Did you need to make
Maybe Michael needs to pee.
Yeah.
Have to take a break in the mystery to tinkle. Have to go to the tinkle tinkle bye bye zone.
Tinkle tinkle bye bye. Oh my god.
It's a Centaur World reference.
I still need to watch that. I've been keep meaning to.
Highly recommend. It's a good time. Trying to find the room with all the newspapers in it.
All the CGI brain made him need to go pee.
There we go. So let's read a newspaper from the day that the baby was born. The Journal. Sad news hits our beloved town today following an announcement that was received with rejoicing amongst many that one of the most illustrious members of our community, Mr. James Blackwood, was having a child soon. We now have to relate the macabre turn of events. The son that was being lovingly awaited by the Blackwood family died shortly after the delivery due to a strange ailment. Understandably, the information disclosed about this happening was succinct. It appears that Mrs. Catherine Blackwood has already suffered was already suffering from pains in her stomach, probably an indication that there was something not healthy about the pregnancy. Dr. Christopher Milton, who attended the birth, assured us that he has made every possible effort to ensure the safe delivery. But with bowed head, he said that the boy was already doomed ever since his conception. The cause of the death has not been stated, but those few close to the Blackwood family have said that there were serious complications during the delivery. Helping to relieve the somber news, Mrs. Blackwood was thankfully found to be out of danger. Her husband did not wish to comment about the event. My huge disappointment quickly gave way to an empty void feeling. Something wasn't right here. I began wondering if James Blackwood was somehow involved in the death of his son.
Oh, that'd be interesting. That'd be so terrible, though, to like have newspapers doing stories on your own like tragedy. Like, that sucks.
I mean, I guess if it's a like small enough town and this was a well-known enough family.
Yeah.
All right, so now we need to go and investigate the creepy dream that we had. Need a knife. Use the knife. Somewhere. Okay.
Ah. Are you looking at a guide?
Yes.
Cheater!
So that we're not. It's better than us spending like 5 million years trying to figure out what we're supposed to be doing.
Yeah, no, I definitely enjoy when we're not stuck as often. Giggity.
Aha. A door.
Now we're point and clicking. Yep.
All right. You ready to see what's behind mystery door number 1?
Yes, no, I don't know. Oh god. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh god. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Ah!
All right, we gotta light our oil lamp.
Fuck.
Oops.
Fucking
An odd-looking African mask was positioned in the middle of the storeroom. Its presence made me feel terribly uneasy.
goddamn fucking game.
Surprise. The corner was too dark to investigate.
You have a lantern. Ah. Sir. Oh.
There we go.
Oh.
Now that there was enough light, I extinguished the lamp to save the oil. Now,
Jump scare
we can
number
look
one.
at this.
Uh-oh.
Number 1. Ugh. Now we go back to the, looks like this is the adventurer. My recent researches into the Dalmar have shed some light upon their terrible activities. I understand now that the lack of existing information about them was not only a cause of their small size and rarity, but also a reluctant or rather superstitious attitude towards their nature. Even some of the most important historians of South Africa will refuse to mention their name, usually referring to them as the War Tribe. After digging into some of the most obscure books I could find about the subject, I must admit now that reading them made me very nervous and uneasy, bringing back the memory of those horrible acts that I witnessed on that day. I can't understand why any human being, uncivilized or not, would behave in such a manner. War among savage tribes is of course very common and a recurring theme in history, but the Dalmar, they went even beyond war.
Uh-oh.
Usually a tribe will engage in battle or to conquer a new territory, or perhaps defeat an enemy. They did it for the sole reason of destruction and extreme love for violence. The account of their actions is downright scary. They'd invade villages, slaughtering every inhabitant without regard for their sex or age. Men, women, children would inevitably perish by their fury and hate. Which is, I think, the most unsettling element of their stories. They didn't use any weapons. They killed villagers with their bare hands and teeth, as if they were drawing power from an unearthly source. I find it hard to believe this, and if I hadn't seen it with my own eyes, I'd say that there was some kind of wild legend. Once they'd slaughtered every living thing in the village, they'd burn it to the ground, every single construction or possession of the fallen villagers, proof that they definitely were not interested in conquering or even taking some advantage of the terrain. Their motives were moved solely and purely by an incredible despisal of life and hatred towards anything that wasn't from their village. That is another curious thing. They somehow managed to sustain constant population level, as if they controlled exactly the amount of people needed for an attack, but at the same time warred survival using their few existing resources. I fear this wasn't some kind of wondrous organization system, but rather an elimination process of a useless member or unnecessary child. I dare not think about it, but I'm afraid that this would explain why they didn't need to hunt for food. They feasted upon themselves.
Oh, damn.
Now I know what that mask I took stands for, and I shiver at the thought of it. I must confess that I'm worried. I don't know why, but I fear for my life.
You know, I know this is historically accurate and all, but hearing the savage and uncivilized, like, there's a part of me that's like, ooh, like, it gives you, like, an ick factor to it. But,
I mean...
yep. It was that age. 1962.
I don't know who wrote this, so I'm not going to use any particular voice on it.
That's
Dear Christopher, please excuse the tone of this letter. I know I must sound like a raving madman, but I truly can't find a proper way to put together all the thoughts that have been taking my sleep away these past days. There is a reason behind all those recent adversities. It's the mask, Christopher. It's that mask I told you about. I wouldn't believe it myself if I hadn't studied its origins on my own. But it's really the source of all of my suffering. The tribe it belonged to, I must confess that I didn't take the mask by appropriate means. And I fear this might have unleashed some terrible wrath against my life and everything that surrounds me. It's been over a year ago since I witnessed the most outrageous acts of violence that not even my worst nightmares could I have imagined. And the mask was the epicenter of it all. What was I thinking of when I took it? What I was thinking of when I took it is beyond me. It was probably a vicious streak of greed, but I can see clearly now. It represents evil. And I'm truly convinced that this evil can somehow take shape and punish those who have disgraced it. I did, and now I must face the consequences. I will take some more time to investigate this. I might even go back to South Africa to seek help, although something tells me that not even returning the mask would do any good. The damage is already done, and I believe it's getting worse as the days go by. Every time I walk past the gallery, I can hear some incessant odd chatter, as if something was being plotted inside. And those voices, Christopher, they seem to be angry. Please help me. Come and see me as soon as you can, James.
Yeah, I was trying to not interrupt V. Like, oh man, Jess said, talk about hangry after the last letter. I'm like, damn. And then JD was
Jumanji.
like, Blackwood or Blackwood. And then evil.
Mr. Blackwood. Signed me. JD, it was you the whole time. Dun, dun, dun.
Instead of like JD, it's JB.
JP.
Oh man. It was your disguise.
Putting the pieces together.
So I
let's get
like
to
this.
B
This
type.
is like kind of hitting like the classic like horror where it's like, oh, they took something that they shouldn't have by unjust means, and they had consequences.
Gee, if it isn't the consequences of my actions.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We did some tippy typing. Oh, I wanted to read what I just typed. Suddenly, she stopped and stood there, paralyzed, hesitant to give any credit to what her eyes were seeing, and completely unaware of the potentially dangerous situation. Surprisingly, there wasn't anything unusual or strange about the event. Little Kathy was hastily crossing the living room towards the huge oak door, her fancy black dress fluttering at every footstep. As the girl reached the doorknob, she turned to look at Marion and urged her with a whisper to hurry up. But Marion wasn't seeing Kathy. Her memories haunted her back in displaced reality, giving room to the nightmarish vision she had spent months trying to forget, ever since her first visit to the old house. In her dream, she saw the little girl, also wearing a black dress, emerging from a passageway hidden in the room. She'd never actually managed to glimpse where the passage was. Only saw the girl running towards her, her small face contorted into a horrible grimace. Marion quickly realized it was a twisted version of the Kathy she would know later, as if her figure was then distorted by a veil of smoke. Her exact movements through the room, reaching for the knob, facing her back, those were too many coincidences to ignore. It wasn't a nightmare that she experienced that day, nor a ghost, something she refused to believe in, but was now willing to blindly embrace as truth, given the shocking vividness of this vision. A ghost would come from the past, what she'd seen come from Her thoughts were interrupted as the figure behind her cast a shadow across the doorstep. "You filthy liar, you have betrayed me," groaned a deep voice.
What a twist! Yeah, gotta proofread.
What a twist! Yep. Gotta proofread it. We doing some spoopy writing. Now we gotta do our favorite thing of every day of the week and call our friend Jerry.
Yep. Just said it was the mask of no touchy.
Mask of bad touch.
Oh. There's a flash.
Yes?
Jerry, it's me. You won't believe what I've found here.
Try me.
It's about the happenings that led to the murder you told me about. There's an impressive mystery surrounding this place at
Jerry.
many loose ends. It would seem nobody ever stumbled upon this.
Shouldn't you be working on your book?
Are you listening to me? James Blackwood was into some very weird stuff, and possibly dangerous. Something tells me this case is much more complex.
James Blackwood was into some weird stuff.
I'm sure they'll be dying to reopen a long-forgotten case about some crazy old psycho killing his wife.
No way. And miss all the fun. I'm doing this on my own. I wonder if those noises I heard have anything to do with this. Maybe James Blackwood was trying to hide something.
Like in that book, where an old man was guarding the entrance to hell. I bet this James Blackwood person had a doorway like that in his basement.
Bye, Jess.
It must be the sounds of the damned coming.
Bye, Jess.
Why,
Thanks for joining.
Faye. That's been very helpful.
We miss you.
Great to have friends like you.
Then stop talking about all this nonsense. Do you have any idea how crazy it sounds? You're a writer, not some fancy PI.
I'll get to the bottom of this. I know.
Haven't you read or seen Murder, She Wrote?
Than a simple
Writers are the best PIs,
Now you're
clearly.
more morbid than usual. Simple act of murder? Oh goody. Just somebody died. Nothing to worry about. This isn't like
It's fine. This is fine.
Things really
Just somebody died.
Stop being a drama queen. I'm a grown-up, and I'm pretty aware of what I'm doing.
Fine. Go
Pretty
chase
aware.
around the ghosts of James Blackwood. I'll stay here in the real world.
I'll let you know about my progress.
Just to send off his spoons.
Spoon. All right, let's go Mimi's.
So we're going to be on day 3 already?
Looks like it.
Dang. Oh no, the scratches.
Yeah, the first day is the
though.
long day.
Oh no.
I laid down on the bed.
Oh no. Oh shit.
Something didn't feel right.
So why does Mimi's mean good night?
Go Mimi's?
Yeah.
It just means go to sleep.
But like, why? Because like, if I was gonna have a nickname, I would have said like go Nini's, like, because it's like short for night. But like, why Nini?
Well, you could,
Mm-hmm.
because like, me, 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 me.
Oh, that's cute. I like that. Oh God,
Oh no,
the mask is
the
gone.
mask is gone.
Should pay attention. I'm trying.
Where could it have gone?
Oh God. Oh Jesus.
Hi there, friend. Once again, I was awakened during a bizarre dream by those scratching
I
noises.
hear Kiri cackling in the background.
More scratching.
Evil JoJo mask.
All right, you ready to go back down to the basement?
Ah!
We gotta find out what's making the scratching noises.
It's a squirrel and we'll just leave it at that. Jump scare number 2. I don't like that Phantom's keeping count.
Put the counter on the screen. Ding.
Well, no, I don't have to because the chat did it. Gotta go deeper. That's what she said?
Magic bow wow.
I don't like this house.
You don't want to live in this house.
Though, honestly, I don't think I could live in a house that had a basement. Like, basements and attics creep me out. Like, we've lived in this house for 7 years, and I've never been into my attic before. I refuse.
Well, Texas attics also don't really have a whole lot in them.
It depends, because I know I've seen some attics where it's like you can walk in. Uh-oh. 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 Okay. This is fine. But our attic is like a crawl space, and it just makes me think of The Grudge. And I'm not okay with that. That movie gave me permanent trauma that I can never come back from. Oh god. Oh! No! No! Why? Why? What? Okay.
It won't let me go backwards anymore.
Oh shit.
Oh, okay. It's because we're turned around.
Let's leave. I'm scared of everything. Quit counting.
So now we're just gonna go back to bed and pretend like that didn't happen.
What?
I was too confused to think straight and decided almost against my will to return to bed.
Ah, Michael.
Michael's like, this is fine. This is fine. If I ignore it, then it didn't happen.
But like adding on to what JD says, like, yeah, there hasn't really been a basement that I've gone into where I'm like, yeah, this is totally fine. Like there's always something off about it. I don't know if it's because since it's underground, like you can kind of feel the change in the pressure or but bless
Sorry.
you. Or like the change in humidity. Like I don't know what it is, but it's like I just feel different in basements.
I went back to bed.